Hi everyone, welcome back to Connection with Kendall, and on today's video we're going to be talking about the whole Renaissance era that Beyonce just did. So from the music, the tour, the film, the articles on the film, and what I think is next for Beyonce in Act 2. But more specifically, the article that I actually really want to talk about is the one that Vulture did, because because I just felt like it was, to me it was so opinionated. It probably was an opinion piece now I think about it. But yeah, I want to talk about that because I just feel like at this point y'all just trying to reach a little too hard, you feel me? That's basically what it is. But yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the video. Okay, so I'm gonna take you back to last year when Renaissance first dropped. I don't think I'm gonna say anything new, so honestly, like, whatever. But Renaissance, when I first listened to the album, I liked it. I did like it. I think I liked it better as time went on though. It wasn't like a first like, oh my gosh, I love the album. It was, okay, I like it. I listened to it again and again, and I was like, okay, I fucks with it. The first song that I claimed off the Renaissance track list when it was released was Cozy. So like, I don't know, I just got good taste. Cause you know, if you know anything about Cozy now, you know, everybody thinks that's the best performance-wise song, but hey, whatever. I loved the album as time went on. It wasn't like I immediately loved the album or first listen, but it wasn't a bad album then. Obviously not a bad album now. I think the reason why I didn't love it was because it was so different, or it was out the box for what I was expecting, as well as just not letting myself just listen to the music and enjoy the music as what she actually intended, as what Beyonce intended. Because, you know, when you're on social media, you know, people say their opinions over that, but also being a part of the culture that the album is inspired by, it was just like, okay, I want her to actually do it right. Having it just be about the music was actually a very smart idea. I feel like we haven't had an era this long in a very long time. Like, this is a long era. Like, usually it would be like the music, visuals, tour. Okay, it's about a year. We about to go into year 2, I believe, like with the Renaissance era. I should have said this at the beginning, but I didn't. I think the Renaissance era is actually over. I'm still looking forward to the visuals, but I'm not too sure if it's gonna be like that. Like, I think I'm gonna get to that to the end, but I don't think the visuals is gonna come out. If they do, fucking great, because I'm really looking forward to the visuals. I don't think the film was the visuals, like, I'm sorry. I think that was, no shade to Beyonce, but I think it was a cute little cop-out, like, okay, like, here, let me just feed you a little something. Which makes me think that the visuals is actually going to be at the end of all 3 acts. I'm talking about, like, music videos. I'm not talking about, like, the film. But yeah, I think it was really smart that she had the music out and it lasted this long, because even now with the film, with the tour, and then on top of that, the film, you still gonna go back to the music, you know. I do think that there will be a live album. So with the music as well, I do think that would be a little smart to say what my top 5 is. So let me pull up the album right now. And this is from like a year worth of listening to the album, so it's not like I'm being biased or anything of the sort. Of course it's Cozy. Cozy Boots. I'm gonna give it to Heated. Oh wait, hold on. Cozy number 1, number 2, All Up in Your Mind. I really do like Heated. I don't know if I like Pure Honey or Summer Renaissance more. I think I'm gonna give it to Summer Renaissance, and then Plastic Off the Sofa. I think that's my 5. Honestly, Plastic Off the Sofa could be Virgo's Groove. I'm not too sure. Don't judge me. But it's just because they tie in, like, the transition is so good that I don't know when the next song is played, so I think I just mixed them two together. But yeah, those are my top 5. The music with the album, it was a very good album, very cohesive. Like, when she talks about people don't make bodies or work no more, this is what she's talking about. Like, people don't do this no more, you feel me? Like, people do not do this type of work no more, you understand? Musically, like, just straight off the album, people don't do this no more. So it's just like, it's really nice to hear something so, I don't say perfect, but something so perfect, like something so cohesive, something so like smooth. We don't really get a lot of those. I feel like each song just bounced off the next, and it just, well done. I feel like out of all the songs on the album, I hate Church Girl, America Has a Problem. I think it would be those three. If I'm gonna pick 5, I'm gonna do Break My Soul. And yeah, that's it. I can't do 5. I think Thick and Church Girl could have been left with the album. No shade. Yeah, that's it. But back to what I was saying about being a part of the culture, whether it was just LGBTQ or just ballroom culture. So if I'm looking, again, I gotta say this every video, if I'm looking over here, it's because I got the mirror behind the camera so I can see when the thing turns off. Anyways, being a part of the LGBTQ plus community, being a black gay man, also being a part of ballroom, I couldn't really enjoy the music because I wanted her to actually do it correctly because I didn't want it to be on the Madonna situation. And yeah, let's just see what it is. So that brings me into the tour. So the tour, I did not go. When she released the tickets, I had just moved into my apartment. So honestly, I couldn't do all of that, no shade. But without even going, I feel like the tour was very well thought out, very well put together. I think to have a challenge on the tour was very smart because it gets the social media part of everything talking. I think having a theme, so like the silver and like chromatic looks, was very smart because it gives people like a sense of unity. When it comes to Beyonce Live, like there's no type of like everything that everybody already said it. Like you understand what I mean? Like she's the GOAT. Like she's the best, especially when it comes to live performances. So it's just like I didn't expect anything less from her. When it comes to the set list of the tour, I think it was very well thought out. As usual, her norm now is to combine certain songs from her old discography with the newer songs, or like just combine songs with whatever song and make it like a different experience. Like going into Diva to the Little Uzi song, fab. The interlude to Cuff It, fab too. Yeah, the tour, another great body of work from her. Another great body of work from her. The outfits, right? I think, again, it was just very well thought out. I especially like the fact that it was always something new, like that she was in. It like that was just like, okay, work. Cause I pay attention to detail a lot, so that little detail about just having just different outfits from throughout the whole show from beginning to end was a good touch to the tour. Also, I did like the fact that she split up the parts of the tour. So if I don't know if it's a common thing, but her opener was herself, but her old self, her old music, and then the actual like performer, headliner, was Beyonce, but the Renaissance version of Beyonce. I thought that was a very nice touch too. Yeah, nothing else I could really say about the tour. I did want to give the good before I give the bad. Although what I'm about to say is not really like bad at all, to be quite honest. It is a critique. But anyways, with the tour, the visuals, like the interludes and stuff like that, from what I've seen, was really, really good. Like, I don't know, like her team, the special effects team, really good. She should really do something with like the whole film industry. Like, I don't know, like yeah, the performance and the tour and all that, but like she needs to step into something else. Like no shade, no shade. I feel like she really, really do. Like I feel like she has a really good eye for that type of stuff. So like yeah, it would be really nice to see like Beyonce like a screenwriter. Even though she did that, she wrote, directed, and produced the film, the Renaissance film. But I'm just saying, like nothing to do with Beyonce, but Beyonce's name is on it. You understand? It would be fab like that. Like another story that she's not a part of, that's not about her life. It would be really cute. Anyways, yeah, the special effects is really good. Like the interludes, the graphics of the screens and stuff was really good. Yeah. Also, her having LGBTQ plus DJs as like the quote unquote the starters of the show, that was a really good touch. Yeah, I think that's it. So what I was let me get that to the end. So the things with the tour that was a little like, okay girl, was when she had DJ Khaled as one of the DJs, and it was supposed to be just nothing but LGBTQ plus DJs. You know, Twitter and social media and other people had a problem with that. I didn't necessarily see a problem with it, it was just like, okay, DJ Khaled is performing, like, you know, like, and then he had a whole bunch of straight people on the stage and everything. So I get it, but I don't know. I think a good part of the LGBTQ plus community, the plus also stands for allies. And there's no shade, I'm not trying to like help Beyonce out, but it's the truth. The A do stand, well, not the A, but the plus can also mean for allies in the community. So I don't understand like the issue. Plus, it's not like the whole audience was LGBTQ plus. I understand that it was for us. I don't know. I don't think it was like that big of a deal. Like, I think she did what she needed and did what she could, and that was that. Like, I don't know. I feel like people take, especially when it comes to Beyonce, I'm gonna say this a lot in this video, take what Beyonce does and just stretch it out like it's some big hoopla, when really it was just like, okay girl, like, I do get the critique though, but also I get that people think that Beyonce is like this perfect persona that when she messes up, she can't mess up. You understand? Which I think is very unfair, because at the end of the day, she is still human. And you know, no shade should happen. But moving along from that part of the critiques, what else? The tour wise, I do feel like the background dancers could have had different wardrobe as well. Honestly, like the whole crew, right? But specifically Darius, no shade to him. But it was just like, I got tired of the pink tutu and the pink, you know, leotard. Like, I got tired of that. I feel like it should have been like yellow one day or like blue. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not just always pink. Like, Honey did it. Honey had different outfits when Honey was like the ending of the ballroom segment. So I just feel like, yeah. Now with it being in ballroom and also being black and gay, the critique that I'm gonna give with the another critique I'm gonna give with the tour. I do think that the ballroom segment of the tour was not ballroom. I think it was a watered down version of it, but nonetheless it was still cute. I'd also, from other people's perspectives, not really my critique, but there wasn't any femme queens on the tour. I think that, I don't know the decision on that, obviously I don't know, but I do think that that was, you know, a poor taste. Because although I do feel like maybe not enough femme queens were at the auditions, so that could really be like the reason why there wasn't that many in there. I do want to say that I'm pretty sure that there was transgender people on the tour for our dancers. Okay, honestly, I'm not too sure. No shade. No shade. I'm not too sure if there was any trans, because that is a tricky topic or subject. But I do know not everybody was cisgendered. Okay. So some could have been non-binary, some could have been trans. Same thing with Balenciaga. I'm not too sure of where they stand on everything, but I do know that she isn't cisgendered. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Honey is non-binary. But I think Honey is trans. I don't know. I think Honey is non-binary, to be quite honest. But anyways, yeah. Anyways, no shade. But there wasn't a lot of femme queens on a thing. But also you gotta understand that when it comes to like a tour, you're not just gonna be. The tour wasn't just like voguing. Like, it honestly didn't really have that much voguing segments in there besides that one ballroom segment and maybe like the little catwalk or the dip here and there. But it wasn't like, okay, we about to get femme queen performance on the tour. Like, so I don't understand. Like, I do understand when it comes to representation, but I don't understand like how people can't think of, okay, this is not just about this one part. Like, it's about the whole tour. So why would I hire a femme queen just for this one part? I feel like that's more like a shade towards them than it is like an applause. Because, okay, I'm only gonna bring you up for the ballroom part. Because when you think about it, a lot of femme queen performancers and ballroom in general, a lot of them that perform, not like Face or Runway, but like the performers, Vogue Femme, Femme Performance, Twisters, all of that, they just Vogue. Like, they don't have no type of technical training or anything of the sort. They just Vogue. So it's just like, I don't know. I think that could also have been a decision in the process of hiring which dancers to hire. That's all I can say about that. Also, when it comes to Kevin, Jay-Z, and Kevin Aviance, I do think that them being in the audience was a you know, whatever. Kevin, Jay-Z, Prodigy did have like a little like thing, but I don't know, like I feel like they could have been on stage. That's my only like, that's one of my only critiques. They could have been on stage, but other than that, I don't know. Honestly, because maybe they didn't want to, or just maybe, you know, that was just whatever for them. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I also just feel like I can't be mad when other people is not mad. Like when it actually affects them and involves them. If they not upset, girl, then I'm not upset. But that was just one of the things that I've noticed that I wanted to point out. I feel like I'm reaching like everybody else, you feel me, at this point. But other than that, the tour was honestly really, like, I was not there, but from what I've seen, it was really amazing. Which brings me to the film. Okay, so when it comes to the film I actually went to go see December 1st. It was a long ass film. Like, I'm sorry, that shit was long. Like, but I enjoyed every part of it. Even down to the audience. The audience was very attentive to the come on, very attentive to and interactive with the film. And you know that it was fab, because when you see the Taylor Swift concert film and you see Taylor Swift fans at the movie theaters or that, they did the utmost. So it was only right for us to show up for Beyonce as well. I honestly didn't really partake too loudly. Certain parts I did give a yes, or I gave Work Mother. I gave one of those, but I didn't really like, you feel me, like yell with the crowd and stuff like that. I participated in the mute challenge. My theater lost, unfortunately. People just really can't shut up. Like, I just don't get the whole like, girl, go. You feel me? Like, is it really that hard? Is it really that hard to be quiet for a couple of seconds? It's really not. Like, that's my whole thing. Like, I wanted to experience that, like, hey, you know, but whatever. The film, again, it was a really great film. I felt like every aspect was touched on. I feel like my only critique with the film, I think it just could have had more outfit changes, because there was a lot of freaking outfits. I just wanted to see it in like HD, like, you feel me? But that's just me, you feel me? But that's probably my only like whatever. I think, I'm not too sure if this is a part of the film or like whatever, or if it was just AMC, but I did not like the fact that the trailers before the actual movie started was so long. Like, that shit was literally like 30 minutes. Usually it's like a good 15, a good 10. That shit was like 30 minutes. Like, yo, bro, what? Like, bro, that shit blew mine. Because it was like, yo, this shit was start at 10:30. Why is it 11:05 and it just starting? That was my only thing. But yeah, and also at first I was a little annoyed with the audience, because I'm just like, damn, I was looking about to be one of these audiences. I don't really want that. Like, I just want to enjoy the film. But I really think that the audience made the film 10 times better, because it just felt like I was a part of the tour. I think that's what the objective was for it, although honestly I'm not too sure, but I think that's what it was. I think that a lot of people that went to the movies and saw the film in the movie theater, they didn't have the chance to see it on tour. So I think that was just like another way of like, okay, yeah, you missed the tour, but you still got the tour at home. Like, you feel me? I think that's what it was. And if it was intentional from Beyonce, then work, girl, work. If not, whatever. I loved, but this is coming from like, because I'm actually interested in this, like, career-wise and stuff like that. The editing of that film was fucking spectacular. Like, no fucking joke. That shit was so good. Like, oh my gosh. Like, the transitions, the editing, fab. Like, just fab all around. Also, I really like what they did when they lost power for like a cute 10 minutes. I like how they like put that into the film. I feel like everything was touched upon. I feel like everything I wanted to see I saw. I actually did not know Kendrick performed twice at the tour. Or a couple of times. I don't know how many times, but I know one time his mic wasn't on or whatever, and I was like, okay, whatever. But in the film, his mic was on, so I'm not sure if he performed again or what, but yeah, I like that part. I love the whole Blue Ivy segment. Like, that I think that was probably like one of the best moments of the film, because it was just like work Blue. Like, it was really like work Blue. Like, you really did this shit. Like, she saw the critiques and then she applied it to her performance, and I think that was a very like, honestly, good parenting on Jay-Z and Beyonce's part, but also just like, just good job on Blue Ivy's part, honestly. I think it was very smart to highlight everything. She highlighted the makeup artists, the designers, the crew, the people that put the set together, her dancers, the background singers, and how like I thought that was a really good part too, because you never really hear about the background singers for real. But she chose them and she chose the outfits, all of that. Like I thought that was very like dope of her. The film I can't pick apart because I really liked the film. I cannot say that I was like too inspired afterwards, but I think, I don't know, because usually watching a Beyonce film or something Beyonce related, I get really like, okay, I gotta put in the work. But this film, I didn't really get that sense of pressure. I felt like things take time. I think that's what I got from it. Like, yeah, try your best, but just know that it takes time for your art or for whatever that you are working on to come to light and to come with so much success. Like, you can't rush that. So now I'm about to go into the Vulture's article. Talking about this article, I am paraphrasing a lot. I think you should just go read it. I might put it in the description below or comment it, whatever the case may be. I saw it because it was on Twitter and I just decided to read it. Before I even get into the negative, I want to talk about the positive. I do like the fact that they were honest. I do like the fact that they were. B, I like the fact that they highlighted the good parts. Yeah, I think that there was just a couple things that threw me off. So with the Vulture's article, I'm not sure if I want to be so like correct. I'm gonna say this case. The person who wrote the article, her name is Angelica Jade Bastian. And yeah, she's a critic. So it's supposed to be from a critical lens and not supposed to be something so lighthearted and non-opinionated. So I get that part of it, but I do want to reply to some of the stuff that she said. She talks about, in no particular order, but she talks about Beyonce's not clear on what she supports, and that's in like two ways. Let me get to the other way more towards the end of this little segment. Let me stop moving. But for this part, what she's talking about was how Beyonce mentioned in the film that Renaissance, or she mentioned, I'm pretty sure a couple times, that the Renaissance is about a new beginning, and it's about a new beginning after everything that we went through. So her critique to that was, okay, but who exactly are you referring to when you say we've been through a lot? My response to that is, well, she just said it. She's saying we as in most likely her Beyhive, her fans, and her fans are very extensive. She has fans from all over the globe and every type of demographic, whether it's white, black, gay, straight, trans, cisgendered, whatever the case may be, poor, rich, there's a fan. So when she says we, is to touch on everything that people have went through. So yes, it could have been about the pandemic. Yes, it could have been about the genocides. Yes, it could have been about the violence and murders that trans women go through, that LGBTQ plus people go through. But I feel like the reason why it's so vague is so she won't miss out anybody. So that's the point in using the word we. Yeah, and also the things that she probably went through in her life. So yeah, you gotta remember that Renaissance, the film, the tour, and the music was created within 4 years. So that's 4 years worth of stuff that could have been happening in her life, that could have been happening in the world, period. So yeah. In this article, she also talks about how you wouldn't have known what Uncle Johnny passed away from watching the Renaissance film, and she feels like, basically paraphrasing, that it was purposeful because Beyonce did speak about the STI, or allegedly it was AIDS, the AIDS-related passing of Uncle Johnny. Is no disrespect, but in the article she talks about how Beyonce was at the Fashion Awards, the CFDA Fashion Awards of 2016. She mentioned Uncle Johnny and like how gave Uncle Johnny his flowers at that awards show, at the speech that she did. So basically, the critic is saying that it was odd for Beyonce to not mention anything about AIDS in a album, tour, film dedicated towards Black LGBTQ plus people. My response to that is that it wasn't odd. It is not odd, because of the simple fact that I feel like as a minority, we stay getting stories about the hardships of being in a minority. Whether you're black, whether you're gay, whether you're both, whether you're trans, whatever the case may be. We stay getting stories about the hardships of what said community goes through. And I think that we are all just tired of those type of stories. Let us just be in a place of awe, in a place of joy. Why would we always have to be reminded of, oh, this community went through the whole AIDS pandemic? No, girl, like, we don't want to hear about that. So that's my response to that. I feel like it was actually a great decision for her to not mention sad things because A, it's a sensitive topic, and B, we've heard it for years on end. Maybe she could have done something like, you know, people could get tested or whatever the case may be, just to raise awareness of the situation, because it's not like something that's not serious. HIV/AIDS is still a serious topic, but I think that it was nice to not have that topic in a film that was supposed to be about the joy of the black LGBTQ plus community. Yeah, again, she could have done something like, you know, get tested just to raise awareness, to, you know, keep up with your status, but honestly, that's just pulling hairs at this point. Also, the film was released December 1st. And December 1st is World AIDS Day. So I feel like Beyonce kind of did that on purpose. If you know, well, I don't know her. Nobody knows Beyonce. But like, if you follow her and watch her moves, she does things very subtly. And you just got to get it to get it. If the girls get it, the girls get it. If they don't get it, they don't get it. She's basically that type of person. So I think she released the film on that day on purpose. Also, a critique in that article was, she was basically saying how Beyonce wanted to seem relatable in this film, but she missed that mark because basically she's rich. Because Beyonce had a moment where she was talking about how she takes her children to school and how like she still does the mom thing as well as the whole professional life thing. Then in the next scene, she's seen tucking her children into bed in a private jet, on a private jet. So it's like, Beyonce, you can't really be relatable because you're rich. You don't know about quote-unquote real moms. That's not what she said, but that's basically like the gist. I'm paraphrasing once again. So my response to that is, whether you're poor, rich, middle class, being a parent and being a good parent is always going to have a certain amount of fundamentals. It does not matter how much money you have to be a good parent, period. So I feel like that critique was very like, weird, because again, you're pulling hairs, girl. Like, you're stretching, you're reaching now. Girl, give it up. Also, I feel like Beyonce still taking time for her children and still taking time for her professional life, which is something so major because she owns multiple businesses and she's also a musical artist. That gotta count for something, you feel me? I feel like that's all I can say about the critiques. I feel like she was really pulling hairs, but again, it was a critical review. So she was a movie critic, so you gotta critique some shit. So I get it. But it was still like, girl, like, you know. But anyways, the last critique that she had was the whole, where does Beyonce stand when it comes to the whole Israel versus Palestine thing. I'm not gonna speak for Beyonce. And a lot of her fans, a lot of the people that's a part of the BeyHive has a problem with her still allowing AMC to show the Beyonce Renaissance film in Israel. But not even just to defend her, but it's just like, what else do you want her to do? Like, I don't get it. Like, I get it, but I don't understand, like, exactly. Okay, she pulls out from Israel, right? I don't know, cause I don't want to really wake that up. You feel me? But it's just like, I don't know. I'm gonna hold you. I don't know, because I do see the point. Like, okay, do the right thing. Do not show your movie in Israel. But if she does that, she's basically choosing a side. And I think that's the point. I don't know. I think it's smart. I don't know. Honestly, I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Honestly, when it comes to somebody as big as Beyonce, I don't think that would be a very smart decision for her, because of the simple fact that, you know, she's rich. Like, she's rich. It's no shade. She's rich. It's not smart. It's really not smart. I think that Beyonce is not the artist to do that. Like, yes, she is. She's a perfect artist. But it's still, like, basically what I'm trying to say is, you don't want another Kanye situation to happen with Beyonce. You understand what I mean? You fucking with Jewish people, I don't know, you really gotta like know what you're doing, you feel me? Like, and I think that it's a smart decision for her to be very quiet about the situation and maybe support whoever she supports in the back. Yeah, Beyonce is no Kanye West. She is no Nicki Minaj. She's not gonna, that's not her brand. You feel me? So it's like, I get it. That's what I'm saying. It's that I get it. Yeah. I get it. Do I support? I do think that she should speak up because she's done these political things prior, but I think it was because it affected her. But that's no shade. It's just like you can't really like fight for everything. You could be an ally, you could support, but you can't fight for every cause. Not everybody can do that. You understand? And yeah, I don't know. I think that it's tricky. I don't think it's that easy. You understand? Because if it was, then I think she would have done the right thing, because she's showed it many and many times that she does the right thing. It's just with this particular thing, it could be a lot of business ventures and stuff like that. And you might say that, oh, well, she's a billionaire and stuff like that, but who knows, her speaking up could cause more damage than good, basically. Okay, so when it comes to Act 2 of the whole trilogy thing, because there's going to be 3 acts, if y'all didn't know. It's going to be Act 1, which was Renaissance, Act 2, and Act 3. I don't know if Act 1 is completely over. I think that it is. But if it's not over, then the next part of Act 1 is going to be the visuals. But if not, I think it's going to go into Act 2. I think for Act 1, it's going to be the live album and then the visuals, or the visuals and the live album, and I think that's going to be it. And then she'll go into Act 2. But if she does not do the visuals, then I think the visuals for Act 1 is going to be with Act 2 and Act 3. So it's going to be like a big visual movie at the end of all 3 acts. For Act 2, I've heard a lot of speculations about what Act 2 is going to give. I've heard there's going to be a Destiny's Child thing. I've heard it's going to be Beyonce and Jay-Z. I've seen or heard there's going to be a rock album from Beyonce. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how she can top this album though. That's probably my biggest thing. I don't know how she can top this album, but I hope she tops it. And honestly, if it is rock, I am looking forward to it. And I can't lie about that. I am looking forward to it. That's pretty much it when it comes to Act 2. What else do I want to say Act 2? That's pretty much it. I do want to see Beyonce Vogue. And I don't care. I don't know if I'm ever going to see it. I want to see her Vogue. I just want to see her give a mean fucking catwalk. That's it. And a cute floor performance. That's it. That's all I want to see. That's all I want to see. Catwalk, floor performance. That's it. Because she could catwalk a little bit. I seen it. She could duck walk a little bit. I seen that too. I don't think she's going to give a whole 50 performance and spin it to a dip. I don't think she's going to do all that. But you know, I don't think her hands are going to be lethal either. But that's like, you know, I don't know. But yeah, I want to see catwalk and floor performance. I think she would chew that. Real bad. No shade. Yeah, I think that's all I have for Act 2. I would not be mad at a rock album. Like, I really would not be mad at it. Because when you think about Don't Hurt Yourself and All Up In Your Mind, like, if Beyonce ever really tapped into like the, you know what I'm talking about? If she ever really tapped into that and give a cute little Doja Cat-esque era, I would live. I'm so sorry. I would. I don't care. I would. I'm sorry. I would live. I'm sorry. I would, because the way she would eat those visuals, shit. I feel like she fucking should. Like, it's no tea. It's no tea. Beyonce should do a rock album for the second act. I think that would be fucking fire. What? And her voice goes perfect with it. And then the visuals, what? Girl, stop it. Yeah. Okay, everyone, we have reached the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what you think about the whole Renaissance era that Beyonce just did. Also, let me know about the critiques that you guys have for Beyonce and what y'all expect for Act 2. Again, thank you for tuning in. My name is Kendall. Thank you for watching. Later. Bye.